What's up, y'all? We're at Koi HQ with my good friend Hector
What's going on, guys?
from Palmyra Barbecue. Hector's from Charleston, South Carolina. We're at the Backyard Barbecue Experience Edition 3. So this is our third series. We're super excited to have Hector here. We're cooking one of our dishes that we've been collaborating on, talking to each other for a lot. It's our whole hog with
The Sovieto style. So essentially what it is a Sovieto base, and we made it, basically added Vietnamese elements to it. Things that Don grew up eating, lemongrass, we have ginger, and other little stuff in there that we want to talk about, because we don't want to tell you all the little recipe of the Sovieto. It's really special. It has like a lechon flavor, so it reminds me of Puerto Rico, my childhood, going with my grandma and trying these flavors. And it's beautiful that we can cook it in a South Carolina style way, the way that I cook it, where I'm from. So essentially, it's a combination of what Palmyra barbecue and Koi barbecue is in essence. All the cooking techniques, the Carolina techniques, the even Texas elements for sure. There's Texas elements and everything because there's black pepper on it. Like, it's just so many things in it, and I feel like it embodies Vietnamese, Puerto Rican, and mostly Carolina in it.
Yeah, no, because exactly, it's Puerto Rican cuisine, so similar to Vietnamese cuisine. Pork is the king, right? And also we wanted to pay homage to our cultures by, adding all the flavors that we grew up with. We found a lot of commonalities in herbs that we use. The cilantro, the culantro, which is like a sawtooth. Yeah, that's something new that I never knew.
And it's crazy because it's cooked on post oak.
Exactly.
So normally you don't get. That's where you get the
Carolina?
Texas. That's where you get the Texas thing, right? Because post oak is not usually used in South Carolina.
Yeah.
We use a lot of red oak, live oak, different types of oaks. We use hickory too, so it's a little bit different. It has like a different aroma to it. And after all, we are in Texas, right? Today. So it's awesome to be able to do this in Houston. It's such a beautiful city. Don's been taking me to all his childhood places that he used to eat, and we started getting really inspired by what this collaboration can be, and this is just one of the products of another 20 products that we're going to put on the table, and it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's culture. It's cultura, right here.
That's cultura. That's all our immigrant. We were both born. I was born in Vietnam. Hector was born in Puerto Rico. He grew up in South Carolina. I grew up in Texas. So this is so meaningful because it's like parallel sort of experiences, the American dream, the American culture that we probably never would have met in this capacity if it weren't for barbecue. So it means so much to me.
It means a lot, and it's beautiful to be able to do this. This is what I do every day. I cook whole hog in South Carolina, and it's my bread and butter. People love it, and they respect this when they come to Palmyra. They want that whole hog, and it's beautiful to be able to connect with Don and do this. And he's been doing whole hog as well here, and just connecting that bridge of whole hog cooking. And I think it's a bigger story than just doing whole hog. It's a connection, and it has a lot of potential as well.
Absolutely, yeah, because this potential for working together, spreading the culture. The flavor potential is amazing. We're going to do some broken rice with ginger and garlic. We have some
tostones. We got some tostones. We got some Puerto Rican beans. We put some of the Sovieto and the Puerto Rican beans as well to kind of get that different depth of flavor that we're looking for. Because after all, it's a collaboration. It's not just what I do. It's a combination of both.
Yeah, we're trying to infuse both of our palettes and ideas together. And another thing I love that I can't wait to incorporate as we cook more hog in Houston is this technique that Hector worked with us and showed us today, is having that skin side down. We usually cook with the hog the skin side up, and then we flip it to crisp skin, but he's done a good job of convincing me that using the skin as a vessel to hold all the juices in. You can see all the juices here, the fats rendered, the smoke, all the collagen here. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to behold. And tomorrow we're gonna break all this apart, and and then mix it all and use every piece of the hog.
Every piece gets used. Traditionally in Palmyra, we take all the bones and we make a broth with that, and we cook our collards. So that's something that Don can incorporate also to put in some of his dishes, be able to use everything in there. Also, in the Vietnamese culture, they use the bones for broth.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's so it's a perfect thing to be able to use sustainably the whole hog and incorporate it into your menu. It adds, without whole hog, there will be no palmita, because whole hog, it's the center of palmita. And everything, we put a whole hog in mostly everything we cook. So in one way or the other, a product of it. But so yeah.
Thank you so much, Hector, for coming here and hanging out with us, man. Much love. This is what it's all about: hanging out, cooking together, and exchanging ideas.
Yeah. And what barbecue can be and will be, and it's inspiring to see different cultures aspiring to make barbecue a greater and more powerful presence and our heritage and our community.
Yeah, we have a lot more in common than we think. So, encourage you guys to go out there, cook together, and if you have any questions for Whole Hog, you know who to ask.
Call him.